All right, I'm going to try this again. The last video didn't record. There was a negative person in my life who I wanted desperately out of my life. This was before I knew about Neville, so I wasn't consciously trying to manifest it, but in a way, I was manifesting it. I was wishing intently, so there was the wish. I probably imagined 1,000 times what it would be like to not have this person in my life, so there it is, living from the wish fulfilled. And while I never wished harm upon this person, at the beginning of the COVID pandemic, this person caught the initial strain of COVID and ended up dying. This was a person who was 55 years old, who I thought would probably live to at least be in her 80s. All right, she's just a constant source of irritating behavior in my life, and I just wanted her out of my life completely. But again, I never consciously wished death upon this person that I know of. I mean, in some anger, sometimes I might have said, "Oh, I wish she get hit by a bus or something." But it's just that's like an expression people use. I never seriously hoped that the person would die. I just wanted this person out of my life. And the COVID thing came around, and this person had all the symptoms, was even put on a ventilator, and then passed away in the hospital at 55 years old. This was in the spring of 2020, right as COVID was just built up and was, there were no vaccines, there were no real treatments for it, other than putting someone on a ventilator if they had it really bad. And that's what happened. So I just want to warn you, be careful what you wish for, number one, because you don't know how it's going to happen, that the God consciousness doesn't care. Good, bad, indifferent. It will just make it happen the easiest way possible, the most natural way possible. And it can also go up to and including having someone removed from your life. And again, like I said, I would never have wished death upon this person, but that's what happened. They're completely out of my life now. They're gone. I would have been satisfied with the person moving away. So, the consciousness that it's amazing if you have that kind of power that can make someone disappear from your life, then, the power to make certain things, especially material things or creature comforts, appear in your life should be very easy. And it really comes down to feeling. It's very easy to feel like a hatred for someone who's an irritant in your life, and to really feel that, right? And to even fantasize about them being gone or whatever. And there you have, that's the recipe for making things manifest. So if you could translate that into, say, to talk about a more positive thing, like having something appear in your life, that would be great, So I'm going to give you another concrete example of something I manifested, even though at the time I didn't realize what was happening. Now looking back, it's so easy to see, and to say, yeah, that this stuff really does work. And this person was also involved in a bridge of incidences, earlier on. So this stuff works.